Well, my friends, and then there was one. After 4 long and exciting days, we finally have our final game to wrap up the USCAA National Basketball Championships. We got the D2 Women's Final against the defending runner-ups from 1 year ago, the J-Woo Wildcats. Johnson and Wales Charlotte are preparing to take on the Christendom Crusaders, who are looking for their first ever USCAA title in any sport in school history. Hi, my friends. We are pleased to be with you once again. I'm Colton the Bias. That is Jake Irwin alongside me. So, Jake, wow. Just first of all, what a great tournament that we have had so far with 3 championships up to this point, with the Apprentice Builders winning the D1 Men's Championship, the Salem Tigers taking home the D1 Women's Championship, and then we get our repeat winner as Penn State Wilkes-Barre winning the D2 Men's Championship, and it all comes down to one more champion. It's either going to be the J-Woo Wildcats or the Christendom Crusaders.
Yeah, and you have 2 solid teams that deserve to be here. It's not like one slipped through and just happened to fall into the championship. We can say with full certainty that both teams deserve to be where they are right now, and I think it's going to be an absolute battle. Of course, you have to look out for Mary Pennefather on Christendom and all that she's able to offer for this team. Definitely a potent player. And on the other side, one of the many players to look out for is Jordan Durant. There's a host of others. Both of these teams are just stacked with talented players, but those are some of the ones I caught whenever I was watching both of these teams' last games, and it'll be just interesting to see how they clash.
We got the number 1 seed and the number 7 seed. Here, Christendom having to take the high road as the number 7 seed, playing in the first round and going all the way to the championship with victories against Central Maine, Penn State Beaver, and Penn State Shenango to get here. J-Woo, they had a bye to the second round, defeating Southern Maine on Monday, and then they took down the defending champions UC Clermont yesterday to put themselves in a position looking for their second title, actually, in USCAA history for the women's basketball program. We got a great one, my friends. So glad you're here with us. Let's enjoy this final matchup together between 2 phenomenal teams. We're going to send it down for the starting lineups, and then we will kick off our final game of the 2024 USCAA Small College National Basketball Tournament. Well, my friends, it's that time. Starting lineups for the J-Woo Wildcats are number 4, Jordan Durant, 11, Jayla Lovett, 22, Amy Adams, 23, Gabriel Tapley, and number 24, Carletta Daniels. Carletta Daniels going back to number 24. She had to be 13 last night because J-Woo were in their golds. They're in their whites tonight. And for the Christendom Crusaders, you got number 5, Regina Bonfasudo, number 10, the star freshman, Mary Pennefather, the senior, number 22, Liliana Spire. The junior, number 24, Catherine Thomas. What a monster game against PSU Beaver. And number 33, the junior, Miranda Keller. It's going to be Thomas taking the tip for the Crusaders. And it'll be Evans for J-Woo. One more championship. Crusaders, first in school history. Can it be coming, or can J-Woo get their second title? We'll see as we are underway for the final 40 minutes of the USCAA Small College National Championships, and a turnover out of the gate for the Crusaders. The Crusaders, one of the best years in program history, finishing off 26-5 up to this point. For J-Woo, they come into this game 20-7. Fourth overall meeting between these two teams as the first points are on the board. It goes to Evans and the Wildcats. Johnson and Wells winning the 3 previous meetings. First time these two clubs are meeting since 2017. Loose ball picked up. Evans on the run. Quick turnovers for Christendom. 3 on the way. Durant. No man, back iron, offensive rebound. Driving down low. Picking it back out, that was Daniels with the pass. Jayla Lovett, the senior, resets, 10 to shoot. Lovett at the foul line. Passes Durant. Durant, they're running out of time, and Durant can't get the shot up as he tried a late pass. Durant should have took up the shot, and Tapley had the last possession, and a mistake for J-Woo early, and now Christendom will try to take advantage. First offensive possession for the Crusaders as well. Three on the way. Pennefather! The freshman. The first 3 of the game.
And you said a freshman. She doesn't play like a freshman, though. That 3-point shot of hers, absolutely beautiful.
Pennefather, one of the top scorers in the USCAA this season. Her and Thomas. 695 points for Thomas. That is good enough for first, and Pennefather with 648. That shot back iron, rebound grab by Thomas. And how about this, Jake? In the 71-38 victory against Penn State Beaver for Christendom, Catherine Thomas, not 20, not 30, not 40, but 46 points for Catherine Thomas in their blowout victory against the PSUAC champions.
Wow, that's against the PSUAC champions, too, and that's a really good conference.
And they went undefeated, too, in conference play, Jake. Wow. A phenomenal performance by Christendom, and a turnover and a foul on the way, I believe, as well for J-Woo.
I will say, Christendom, by far, has had the best student section yet out of this whole tournament. They have just a little sea of blue going right over there to the left side. And
it's not a opinion to get here, too, Jake. Even though Christendom is in Virginia, they're up near D.C. It's about a 2.5-hour drive to get here, as the foul was called on Durant, her first. Christendom, they've been around since the 70s, and they're looking for their first ever USCAA championship with the offensive Rebound and nothing on the shot for Spire. Pairs of sisters as well for Christendom. Liliana Spire, the senior, her sister, the freshman Aubrey Spire, is on the team as well. And Miranda Keller, the junior, she has a younger sister who's on the team, Serena Keller, number 30. So a family affair for the pairs of sisters as Evans gives the ball right back to Jay-Woo. Jay-Woo already with a USCAA championship this school year. The men's soccer team repeated as the D2 champions in a thrill of a game. I was on the call for that one at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh in November. Jay-Woo winning back-to-back men's soccer championships. Game ended in PKs.
It's the home of the Riverhounds, right?
Yes, indeed. Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 3 on the way. Nothing on the pop for Bonvisuto. Take it back the other way. Durant at the wing. At the straightaway. 3. Doesn't go. That shot was taken by Daniels. Remember, Corletta Daniels, she's wearing number 24 tonight. She had to be 13 yesterday because Jay-Woo, they were in their old golds. And Daniels back in her usual number at 24. Keller kicks it out. Pennefather. In and out. Pennefather can't nail down that 3.
Both of these teams cold here early on. 1 of 6 from the field until that one.
That goes down for Jay-Woo. They get the lead back. First points for Tapley. Or Tapley. Crusaders slowing things down. Pennefather at the key. Sends it out. Now Thomas. Loose ball. Thomas still looking for it. It's still loose. They get it back, but they send it right to Jay-Woo. Long pass over. Now at the key to Durant. Find someone down low is Evans. Now a shot at the foul line. Back iron. Stays with Jay-Woo. That shot down. Tapley. Back-to-back shots from the field, and it's 6-3. There's Keller, the short corner. Pennefather. Yes! 2 threes for Pennefather. Knotted up at 6. Here's Durant sending it. Durant, right side pass. Blankety, step back, sends it off. Daniels, shot at the paint. Battle of the iron. Rebound grab by Evans. She can't get it through. Evans fighting for her own rebound. She has it back. 3 on the way. Blankety, nothing but nets. First bench points of the game. They go to Blankety. There's Thomas. She finds Pennefather. Pennefather, slow dribbles. Looking for at the elbow. Keller back out for Pennefather. Into the corner. Thomas! Trying to get her own rebound. She gets it. And she puts up the second chance opportunity, and that rolls in. Catherine Thomas with her first points. Good rebound as she couldn't nail in the 3. Durant. Elbow shot. Rolls out. Rebound Durant. Nothing on the window. And it goes right into the hands of Spire. Pennefather, elbow pass. Pennefather gets it right back as she sprints down and nails it in. 9 points already for Mary Pennefather. And the lead back to Christendom. Blakeney into the corner, and that's in.
teams started off cold. They're starting to hit their shots now, just feeling each other out and getting their bearings on the hardwood, and now they're starting to drill their shots.
That was the long two for Blakeney. Pennefather finding someone down low, bounce pass through. Miranda Keller gets on the board. Fast-paced offensive possession there for the Crusaders. Short corner shot, Evans. Rolls out. We get a foul as Tapley was looking for the rebound. And it seems that is who it's going to go against. That's the first for Tapley. Pennefather. Wide open again, Keller. She drills it in. And what a pass by Pennefather. And a timeout is called by Jill Dunn. 14-11, Jill Dunn, the 2022 Women's D2 Coach of the Year. Since we got a timeout, we are going to play the interview right here on the USCAA network with Jill Dunn that we were able to get for you earlier in the day.
Here with Coach Dunn from Johnson & Wales. Got a couple questions for you today. How do you feel about your matchup today for the championship?
We're excited about the matchup. I mean, anytime you can play in the championship game, you got to be excited. We are ready to attack and go and ready just to go. The only negative is waiting around all day to play.
You guys had a good game last game, and I'm sure your players are tired. How are you keeping them locked in for this game tonight?
I think a lot of it, they're doing it on their own. I tell them every time we step in the arena, we got to start focusing and getting locked in. Anytime we're on the bus or at the hotel, restaurants, we can.
Jill Dunn, the Georgia Southern University Hall of Famer, has D1 head coaching experience. She was at Jacksonville University for 9 years. Off the timeout, one possession lead for Christendom. That rolls around, rebound grab by Keller. Pennefather. Now we said it already, Jay, but look at this student section for the Crusaders.
Oh, no, they are so rowdy over there, making so much noise. It's cool to see.
We already have an in-state champion, long two on the way. Bow of the iron. And rebound and a foul as Bob Masudo was looking for it, and another foul against Jaywu. It's going to be the first of Blakeney. And a sub in. Samara Britt will go in and Tapley out. Pennefather on the front court, 1:22 remaining in the first. Pennefather loving at the foul line, sending it back up. Bonvisuto goes to the floor. She sends it back for Pennefather. They have 8 to shoot. Keller at the elbow. Pennefather trying to get it back to Bonvisuto. She gets it. 2 seconds to shoot. It was rejected on the way. And that's shot clock violation, and Jaywu has the ball back. They need a 3 to tie under a minute remaining in the first quarter of this D2 Women's Championship game. They look for the 2, and Keller grabs the rebound. Around a 22-second difference between the clocks. Keller, short corner. Thomas, back for Keller. Keller won't go. It was touched on the way. Jaywu goes up quickly, and getting the shot through is Daniels. She gets on the board. Jaywu within 1. Pennefather will dribble it out. Shot clock turned off before we head to the second. Pennefather with it. Full court press for Jaywu. And Visuto for Pennefather. To the corner, Thomas. Pumps the 3. In the air as it goes off of the board. 5 seconds, but they get the rebound. Ball is loose. Bodies on the floor, and a jump ball that's going to keep the ball with the Crusaders with 1.9 on the clock.
Something you don't see every day. That ball trickled over the window there and fell into fair play. Usually when it goes over the backboard, the whistle's blown because it went out of bounds, but that somehow stayed in play.
3 on the way. Bonvisuto. Yes, ma'am! Regina Bonvasudo with the final points of the first, and we're on to the second, and the Crusaders have a 4-point lead.
Bombs away for Bonvasudo to get that student section up on their feet and going electric. We're in for a great one.
And since we have a break, Mary Minnick, the head lady for the Christendom Crusaders, we are going to play her interview right now as we head to the second quarter in our final championship here. We'll be back on the USCAA network.
Here with Coach Minnick from Christendom College. I got a couple questions for you. How do you feel about the matchup tonight for the championship?
I'm excited about this matchup. I actually prefer playing teams that are very different than our style. Last night it was more of a similar matchup. Tonight it's very different, so I'm excited by it. We're prepped, we're ready.
What's your style?
We're a little bit more slow, control the pace, a lot of off-ball screens, cuts, movement. We just keep things steady.
What's the blueprint to win the championship?
The key to win the championship? The key to win the championship is to execute and stick to our game plan. I told the girls it's all about controlling the pace, and how do you do that? Our mechanics. It's not a feeling, it's not an attitude of like, I hope we control the pace. It's can we execute on our mechanics of our offense.
And we're just in time to start the second quarter. Christendom Crusaders looking for their first USCAA title in school history. And Jay Will starts off the second with a bang for Lovett. The Crusaders running the table as the 7th seed. They defeated Penn State Shenango 76-52 in the first round. And then probably one of the shocking scores of the tournament, they defeated Penn State Beaver, the PSU AC champions. They were undefeated in conference play. It was 71-38 in favor of the Crusaders. Catherine Thomas had 46 points and a turnover there for Jay Wu. And Christendom defeating Central Maine yesterday 60-48 to punch their ticket to the championship here. Said we already had a Virginia champion, the Builders, winning the D1 men's championship. That was our first game today. And in the final year of the USCAA tournament in Virginia, Christendom looks to go out on top before we move on to Buffalo next season. Short corner shot, Thomas. Rolls out, Thomas only left with 2 points in the first. On the run. Love it. Sending it out, Daniels. Long three. Yes, ma'am! Blakeney is on fire in this championship. She has 8 points.
Yeah, and Blakeney really shined last time out as well with 29 points, 9 rebounds. So she's somebody to look out for. That's for sure.
And the Wildcats have the lead back. Pennefather, this freshman! Unreal! A dozen for Pennefather. Her third 3 of the game.
That's what she does best, is drill those from downtown.
Daniels and Jay-Woo, they have a disadvantage. Offensive possession, they're going to have to be they're going to have to deal with the rowdy student section for Christendom as they miss that shot. And a big advantage for the Crusaders, knowing that Jay-Woo has to be on defense. Has to be on offense with that Christendom student section. Another 3. Pennefather can't nail it there. Fight for the ball. It goes to Keller. And a poke. And it goes right back to Jay-Woo. They try to keep it in bounds. They can't. A pass that went too far for Blakeney. And a turnover gives the ball right back to the Crusaders as Libby Kolsar, the freshman out of Pittsburgh, will come in. That's the first sub for the Crusaders. As we get a timeout on the floor in a close championship matchup. Friends, remember, in honor of our final game here for the USCAA National Championship Tournament in Richmond, as for the Richmond Region Tourism, they are the region's primary marketer. Richmond Region Tourism warmly welcomes meeting planners, tournament organizers, tour operators, travel media, and leisure travelers. A nonprofit organization, Richmond Region Tourism offers a comprehensive array of information and services to help the local hospitality industry benefit from the powerful economic engine that is tourism. The USCAA would like to thank the Richmond Region Tourism Group for hosting the 2023 National Basketball Championships. Without their support, this event would not be possible. And Jay says, what a phenomenal job by Virginia State University. You know, you were here last year for the championship. It just seems they put on a terrific show all throughout the week in their beautiful arena here.
Oh, yeah, the facility's super nice. The food is just amazing.
Oh, yes, their chicken and mac and cheese, absolutely terrific. That is what I had
yeah.
before I came back on the air.
And right now, as we speak, I have chocolate cake right in front of me, and that is absolutely fantastic.
That I'm very tempted not to steal from you.
Hey, there's
That
some
looks
over
good.
there. I'm saying at half. You should
I
make
may
your
have
way
to run
over
over
before
there.
it's all gone. Yeah.
And Jake, this is something that we actually meant to bring up yesterday. This arena is actually going to be making history on October 1st later this year. There's some two powerful people that you probably know already who are going to be here. One, his name is Donald Trump, and one, his name is Joe Biden. This multi-purpose center will be the host of the second presidential debate in October. And history as the first ever HBCU to host a presidential debate. Very cool stuff.
That is, and yeah, I think I've heard of those guys. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I think if you have not been asleep for the past 6 years or so, I think you know who those two guys are.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's quite a milestone for Virginia State University.
Shot from Keller that was a little short. As that bounces off the board. And luckily it stayed in bound for J-Wu. My goodness, Jake, that's something you don't see every day.
We, after the shot, we almost had to tally a blocked shot for the backboard there in the box score.
Pennefather will lead it up. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. 10 to shoot. They give it to Pennefather. Drives inside, looking for the jumper. And a rejection the other way for J-Wu. Loose ball picked right back up into the hands of Thomas. Butterfingers for Blankeny. It's Pennefather. Working near side front court, gets a pick. Pennefather in for Keller. Keller into the fuselage and drives it down. Miranda Keller, she has 6. 22-18, J-Wu looking for a response. Into the paint, a whistle. You count that in 1. It's going to send Samara Britt to the line.
Good job there by Samara Britt underneath to get the look towards the bucket and also draw the foul. Good way to get in the score column for Britt.
First points for the freshman.
And wasn't able to score last time out in that win against Cincinnati Claremont. So sure she feels good to etch her name with some points.
And the foul was on Miranda Keller. The N1 good for Britt. Within 1. And for this J-Wu team, Jag, I know it was really bittersweet to defeat the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. The semifinal matchup from last year's championship game with J-Wu getting the best of UC Claremont this year.
Yeah, and speaking to head coach Jill Dunn, you could tell she was really emotional about the whole thing. And, yeah, it was just really cool to talk to her, see how much the group of girls around her means to her.
There's Thomas. Look at the chug down low, sends it to the corner, and said they got 5 to shoot. Sending it back out. And a whistle with 1 second on the clock as Bonvisuto laid up the shot. Tapley called for her second on the shot. As Bonvisuto will go to the line. Italian junior. Talking to Mary Minnick before the game, making sure that I got Bonvisuto's name right. He said, yeah, it's a strong Italian name, and and since I'm Italian, it's kind of a mortal sin if I mess it up, as Bonvisuto misses shot number 1.
DeBarris Yes, that's true. That is very Italian, much like Bon Vissuto.
And people always say DiBiase. That's why Tyler called me the $1 Million Man.
That's how I pronounced it on day one of this tournament. I was trying to guess it. I was like, don't tell me.
Well,
it's DiBiase. And
if you're a WWE fan, it's easy to say DiBiase, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Right. So because of him, I'm sure you get DiBiase all the time.
That was my nickname in high school by my gym teacher.
I can imagine.
2 for 3 on the set for Bon Vissuto as that pops into the air. And Keller was looking for the rebound right into the hands of Pennefather. Three on the way. Bon Vissuto! Her second three. She has 8 points. There's Durant. Jay Wu looking for a response. Popping a three. Blakeney! And she gets it!
Ooh.
11 for Blakeney.
Back-to-back threes.
Both teams draining threes. And Blakeney went to the court hoping for the rare 4-point play, but she didn't get it. But nonetheless, the big three for Jay Wu. And they get within a possession. Bon Vissuto looking for Keller. Pots into the air. A steal for Durant and a whistle in transition. As Durant was looking to lead it up the court, and she couldn't. First foul on Bon Vissuto. And a timeout will be on the court here in the final game of the 2024 USCAA National Championship Tournament. And, friends were mentioning this is the last time that this tournament will be held in Virginia for the time being. Third and final year. As talked about all tournament, we are going to be moving up to Buffalo. And what kind of place is Buffalo? It's a vibrant destination of fun, history, and flavor. From exploring its rich historical sites to indulging in its delicious food scene, Buffalo offers something for everyone. But that's not all. It's an outdoorsy haven for sports enthusiasts and a melting pot of diversity and creativity. Among its remarkable art, music, and architecture, Buffalo stands as a beacon for those seeking adventure and inspiration. And here's the best part. It's an easy, welcoming, and affordable place to visit. Whether you're a fan coming into town for the game or a traveler eager to immerse yourself in a city unlike any other, Buffalo exceeds expectations at every turn. Come discover the unexpected Buffalo thanks to our friends at the Buffalo Niagara Sports Commission for that.
And we will be exploring Buffalo for the next USCAA tournament. So looking
this time next year.
This time next year, we will be up north in good old Buffalo.
As won't go for Durant. I wonder when was the last time Buffalo had a championship of any capacity. I know the Dallas Stars won the Stanley Cup in 1999 in Buffalo. They defeated the Sabres on a controversial finish with a goal by Brett Hull in overtime in Game 6 of the final.
For the hockey enthusiasts watching right now, they're absolutely loving what you're saying right now.
That was in the crease, and there was a controversial goal. I think at that time, goals were not allowed in the crease, and Brett Hull scored the goal. Sabres were trying to force Game 7 back to Dallas. But Brett Hull scoring the goal to win the Stars the Stanley Cup that year. That was in 1999. Miranda Keller finishes the N1. And obviously, with the Super Bowl being always south, because you really can't have, and unless you love a winter wonderland, I think it'd be hard to have the Super Bowl in Buffalo. And
I just don't see that happening until they build a dome. It's
I know there were talks of it in that new stadium that they have.
Yeah, but
for
it's
the
not
Bills.
the dome. That's the thing.
That's right. As Daniels makes the last shot, it's Pennefather. I know you're familiar with the Pagulas, Jake, as a Penn Stater.
That's right, Terry and Kim Pagula. Yep.
The Pagula Ice Center, is that what it's called for Penn State
Ice
hockey?
Arena.
Ice Arena.
Yep. Home of Penn State hockey for both men and women.
The Pagula family, home of the Sabres and the Bills. As that shot goes in, and that rolls around, and a jump ball possession back to the Crusaders. As Spire was looking for it, and Evans was there as well. Pennefather one-on-one with Durant. High pass. It's loose as Thomas couldn't control, but Pennefather gets it back. Spire back for Pennefather. Bonvisuto! Yes, ma'am! Regina Bonvisuto. She has 11. And a 7-point lead for the Crusaders.
6 of 12 from three-point range. Kristen Dahm looking really good from deep.
Here's Durant. With adversity in their face, Jay-Woo has been able to respond. Durant, mid-range shot as she floats it in. First points for Durant. Kristen Dahm looking for it. Pennefather drives inside. She was all alone in a whistle. She had a lane to the hoop. And a foul. Sub in. Lovett enters in. As I believe Durant was called for that foul. They actually gave it to Blakeney. I thought the official put up 4 fingers instead of 3, but the scorer does go to Blakeney. That's her second foul. You know what? It is Durant because Blakeney isn't on the court. And a travel. And the ball goes back to the Wildcats. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Durant pops loose. Lovett at the foul line as she tried to find a pass inside, but nobody was around, and a blocking foul is going to go against Bonvisuto. It's her second foul. Durant takes the inbound. 41.9 on the clock. Durant at the straightaway. 10 to shoot. Lovett finds Evans. Evans short. Shot clock turned off, and the Crusaders have control. Kristen Dahm looking to extend their 5-point lead before halftime. Bonvisuto. Ball in her hands with 11 seconds. Loose ball. And it's going to stay with the Crusaders. Jay-Woo almost had it back. And a push goes against Daniels. That's her first foul. Jill Dunn can't believe it.
Yeah, talking with the official right now about what just transpired there. Doesn't quite agree with it. Shot clock off with those 10.5 seconds to go. Kristen Dahm trying to build on their 5-point lead.
And Libby Kolsar goes into the game. Bonvisuto out. Pennefather on the inbound. 10 seconds. Pops it in the air. Keller on the window and 1. Miranda Keller will head back to the line for another and 1 chance.
That was pretty much worst case scenario for Johnson and Wales.
Foul against Britt.
Especially if she makes this and it turns into a 3-point play.
Keller looking for a dozen. And she gets it. Jay-Woo, it's time to do something. 5 to shoot. Loose ball. The last thing Jay-Woo wanted to do as Britt, who was called for the foul, and she turns it over.
We got 3.5 seconds now. Tack on even more.
Kolsar looking for Pennefather. Loose ball. Pennefather with a heave and a whistle as he travels with 0.5 on the clock.
Just getting a running start for the momentum she had to put behind that half-court shot.
0.5 of a second on the clock for the Cats. Daniels with the inbound. They get it off in time, And it's too far. Shot was taken by Lovett. And we head to halftime with the Christendom Crusaders up 36-28 over the defending runner-ups of this game. My, oh my friends, we have a good one for the final 20 minutes of the 2024 USCAA National Basketball Tournament. We'll be back with the halftime show on the USCAA Network, reviewing the first half and getting you ready for the second half between the Wildcats and the Crusaders.
Barron Rings is the official ring supplier of the USCAA and the USCAA Hall of Fame. As a championship ring-focused brand, their relentless commitment to design, craftsmanship and superior story-driven products are what drive the Barron experience to their high school, college and pro market clients. To collaborate with one of their designers to create custom team rings or even an individual piece, visit their website at www.barronrings.com.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Barron Rings is the official ring supplier of the USCAA and the USCAA Hall of Fame. As a championship ring-focused brand, their relentless commitment to design, craftsmanship and superior story-driven products are what drive the Barron experience to their high school, college and pro market clients. To collaborate with one of their designers to create custom team rings or even an individual piece, visit their website at www.barronrings.com.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
What?
My.
Oh.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Barron Rings is the official ring supplier of the USCAA and the USCAA Hall of Fame. As a championship ring-focused brand, their relentless commitment to design, craftsmanship and superior story-driven products are what drive the Barron experience to their high school, college and pro market clients. To collaborate with one of their designers to create custom team rings or even an individual piece, visit their website at www.barronrings.com.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted sugar mix, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really hard for me.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Barron Rings is the official ring supplier of the USCAA and the USCAA Hall of Fame. As a championship ring-focused brand, their relentless commitment to design, craftsmanship and superior story-driven products are what drive the Barron experience to their high school, college and pro market clients. To collaborate with one of their designers to create custom team rings or even an individual piece, visit their website at www.barronrings.com.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I'm an actor in an ad that was given 12 seconds to remind you that if you're high, just don't drive. Because if you feel different, you drive different. It's illegal to drive high everywhere anyway.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Barron Rings is the official ring supplier of the USCAA and the USCAA Hall of Fame. As a championship ring-focused brand, their relentless commitment to design, craftsmanship and superior story-driven products are what drive the Barron experience to their high school, college and pro market clients. To collaborate with one of their designers to create custom team rings or even an individual piece, visit their website at www.barronrings.com.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
All right, my friends, we're back here on the USCAA Network getting you ready for the final 20 minutes of the 2024 USCAA National Basketball Championship Tournament. We already had 3 champions crowned with men's D1, the Apprentice Builders, winning their 3rd D1 men's championship. The Salem Tigers winning the women's championship, their 1st in program history. Penn State Wilkes-Barre repeating as the D2 men's champions. And now we're going to see who will win the D2 women's championship with the Christendom Crusaders up 36-28 over the JWU Charlotte Wildcats as we approach second half action here from the VSU Multipurpose Center. Colin Tobias on alongside Jake Irwin. With you, let's get you caught up on some team stats for the JWU Wildcats. 12 of 35 from the field, 3 of 9 from three-point range, and they only had 1 free throw attempt, which was taken by Samara Britt on an and 1. 4 turnovers for JWU, 15 total rebounds, 6 offensive, 9 defensive, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 7 steals, and 8 fouls. And Jemiah Blakeney with 13 points for JWU, Corletta Daniels with 4, Samara Britt with 3, Jordan Durant, Jayla Lovett, Amy Evans, and Gabby Tapley with 2 for JWU. And for the Crusaders, 13 of 28 from the field, 6 of 12 from three-point range, 50 right down the middle, 4 of 5 at the line for the Crusaders, 9 turnovers, 5 points off of them, 23 total rebounds for the Crusaders, 6 offensive, 17 defensive, 9 assists, a steal, and 3 fouls for Christendom. They have 3 players in double-digit scoring. Miranda Keller leading the way with 12 points. She's also a rebound away from a double-double with 9. Regina Bonvasudo with a few threes late in the first half. She has 11 points, along with Mary Pennefather, 11 points apiece for those two, and Catherine Thomas with 2 points for the Crusaders. So, Jake, wow, we should have a good one down the stretch with the Crusaders having the upper hand so far. What do you think JWU needs to do to try to claw their way back into this one?
Well, they definitely got to limit the three-point game from Christendom. They've hit on 6 of their 12 attempts, so that's going to be a big thing, and maybe pick up a little bit on the three-point game themselves, just 3 of 9. They've had some good looks, but, yeah, it's really coming down to the Crusaders just absolutely killing it from beyond the arc. And from there, they've been doing a pretty good job limiting turnovers. I mean, they only have 4 right now, so that's a good sign if you're Johnson and Wales. And then rebounds-wise, Christendom has 8 more than them. But, yeah, I'd say the big thing really is the three-point game. I mean, Christendom really lives by that three-pointer. Both Bonvasudo and Pennefather have 6, and they're each shooting 3 for 5 from the field. If you can find a way to restrict them, because you're probably not going to stop them for how great of players they are, but if you can at least slow them down a little bit, that'll allow for Johnson and Wales to catch up.
Johnson and Wales down by 8 as we begin the second half. JWU looking for their 2nd title in program history, winning in 2018. And for the Christendom Crusaders, they are looking for their 1st ever USCAA title in school history. And for JWU, they are also in search for their 2nd title on this school year. Talked about a little earlier, the JWU men's soccer team winning the USCAA championship in November at Highmark Stadium in Pittsburgh, going back-to-back as well there. History on the line for both of these programs as we are about to begin second half action for the USCAA D2 Women's Championship. And it will be the Wildcats starting off with the ball. JWU going left to right and Christendom right to left. And we're off. Final 20 minutes of the 2024 USCAA Small College National Championships. Durant drives to the paint, kicks it off. Lobbing it short. Tapley with it, fight for the ball, and it's a jump ball to begin the third quarter. And the Crusaders about to begin their first offensive possession of the half. Thomas only left with 2 points in the first half. A little bit different from her 46-point performance that she had when the Crusaders defeated Penn State Beaver. Short corner. Keller driving inside. She heads to the line. Miranda Keller. A foul for Evans. It's now 2 fouls for her. Keller drains it. She remains perfect at the line now, 3 for 3. Those are the first points of the half as well. Big clap for the Crusaders student section. And she misses the second. 9-point lead for Christendom. Wildcats still looking for their first points of the second half. Driving inside, on the window in the and one. That goes down for Lovett. Thomas, her first foul. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Jay-Woo. Lovett looking for point number 5 on the end one. She gets it. Now a 6-point lead for the Crusaders. It's the girls from Charlotte against the ladies from Front Royal. Jumper. No problem. Keller. She has all the points so far for the Crusaders in this half. Durant kicks it back out. Love it. Now Daniel at the key. Drives left. Stops at the paint. Nothing on the window, and it is popped as Tapley was looking for it back. And it returns to the Crusaders. Bombasudo. Inbounds for Thomas. Full court press for Jay-Woo. Pennefather. Now Bombasudo. Bombasudo. Dribbling, figuring out what to do. Passing it. Pennefather. Takes it herself. Shot. Back iron just goes out. And it stays with the Crusaders. Jay-Woo looking for the defensive rebound, and they can't cash in with it. Inbound for Pennefather. Right away. Keller too far. Too much oomph on the shot. Daniels. At the key. Durant. Whistle travel. Jordan Durant was thinking about popping the 3. She was looking to go inside instead, and she turns the ball right back over to the Crusaders. Pennefather will lead it up the court. Pass, Bonfasudo. Now Thomas kicks it off. Long 2 for Keller. In and out. Fight for the ball. Whistle, jump ball. It goes back to Jay-Woo. And a sub in for Jill Dunn. And Blankney comes in, 13 points. She leads the Wildcats. She subs out Durant. Jay-Woo looking to get Blankney going as she enters into the second half for the first time. Daniels. Over. Blankney thought about stepping it back. They play it out. Jumper, medium range. It's in. Love it. Having herself a game with 7 points. Bonvisudo. Now for Pennefather, back for Bonvisudo. Jay-Woo looking for turnovers as they're playing the full court. Thomas can't make it home. Rebound grabbed. Blankney on the run for Lovett. Lovett stops at the paint. Puts up a shot. That was short. Loose ball, and it stays with Jay-Woo. Spire sends the ball back in, but she has to hand it off to the Wildcats. 15 to shoot at the paint. Evans kicks it out. Short jumper shot. Short for Tapley. And a whistle. As Jay-Woo was looking for the offensive possession, but it goes out of bounds. Turnovers to start the third for Jay-Woo. Now Keller looking to take advantage of it. Picks it back, Bonvisudo at the baseline. Thomas, 3. Rolls around and out. Jay-Woo with it back. Up ahead. A little too much for Daniels, and they get the offensive rebound. Paint jumper. Short, and another offensive rebound, and Evans finishes. A much-needed 2 for Evans. She has 4. And it's a 4-point lead for the Crusaders. Subs coming back in for Joe Dunn. Keller looking for Thomas down low. Turnaround. Jumper in! Catherine Thomas, who was only led with 2 points in the first, gets her first in the second. She has 4. 6-point lead for the Crusaders. Evans kicks it off. Love it for 3. In and out. Offensive rebound again at the foul line. Tapley takes it. Too much on the window. Rebound grab by Thomas. Bonvisudo! Yes! Gina Bonvisudo, first 3 of the half. 9-point lead for the Crusaders. Blankney up quickly, can't get the and one, but she'll head to the line. Pennefather, her first.
Bonvisudo 4 for 6 from downtown in this game. And Kristen Dahm has hit on half of their 3-point attempts. They've shot 14 of them. They have just been incredible whenever they're shooting beyond the arc.
Johnson and Wales, the number 1 seed. They defeated Southern Maine in the quarterfinals, on to the semifinals where they took down to the defending champs, UC Claremont. First shot in. And the second one is missed for Blankney. She goes 1 for 2. But they get the offensive rebound. Blankney. Love it. Down low as Britt was looking forward, and she wasn't ready for the pass up high from Daniels. And a turnover. Jay-Woo getting a point out of it. And it's an 8-point lead. Pennefather sends it. Whistle. And a timeout is called by Coach Minnick. And friends, remember, BSN Sports, the official sports goods supplier of the USCAA and the sponsor of the USCAA Player of the Week, was founded in 1972 as a factory direct equipment company. BSN Sports is the largest distributor of team sports apparel and equipment in the United States. BSN Sports offers the most brand names in the industry. One stop and you're done. Their partnerships with the best brands give you access to the latest, hottest products at the best prices. They outfit your team head to toe and sell virtually every piece of equipment you need. For more information, please visit www.bsnsports.com. Colton Tobias alongside Jake Irwin, nearing the halfway point of this third quarter in the final 15 minutes of the USCAA Small College National Championships. And bound off the timeout. The Crusaders with control in an 8-point contest. Looking to make it 11. Bonvisudo's shot is short. Swatted away, loose ball. Picked up As Spire almost had it stolen away. And the jump ball, the possession arrow to Christendom. Just going to stay with them. They have 17 seconds to shoot. Pennefather. Keller right away. Puts up the shot on the window and one! Miranda Keller has 17. She's off to the line again. The biggest lead of this game for the Crusaders. And Kolsar enters in for Spire. And something interesting, Jake, that Coach Minnick did last night. Only one sub in the 60-48 victory as the N1 goes down.
Yeah, and that just shows you how much she trusts the players that she puts on the court. I mean, it's pretty remarkable that it only took one sub.
It was Spire who was the sub. She started today as Kolsar was the bench player. Jay-Woo looking for a response, down by 11. Into the corner, whistle, she stepped out. It was controlled by Daniels. And another turnover, and I'm not surprised if Jill Dunn decides to take a timeout as Durant comes back in. And Jill Dunn, we went over her impressive resume. She was the head coach of the Jacksonville Dolphins for 9 seasons, holding the most wins by a head coach with 126, a few appearances to the ASUN tournament as well. Pulling off upsets against Florida, Miami, and Wake Forest. However, she did not make it to the big dance during her time as the coach of the Dolphins. But they did make it to the ASUN Conference Finals 3 times. And she's also a Georgia Southern Hall of Famer. She was a player for the Eagles, ranking second in Eagles women's basketball history in three-point percentage for her career, 36.8%. And she did appear in the big dance as a player for Georgia Southern. Gonna have another timeout on the court with 4:19 remaining in the third. And it is once again problems with the court here at VSU, with the floor going out of place, especially at that far side on that same court.
Yep.
We've had problems in that area. And for the whole tournament, our working crew going at it, trying to fix the problem. And that'll be a good time to tell you about the official ball of the USCAA Wilson. They are the official ball of the USCAA Small College National Championships with over 100 years of experience in the industry. They were one of the top ball suppliers in the game, providing the official game ball for the NFL, NBA, WNBA, and NCAA soccer. With brands like ATEC, DeMoneri, Evo Shield, and Louisville Slugger under their umbrella, you are sure to find everything you need to compete at the highest level in your chosen sport. For more information, please head to their website at www.wilson.com. Problem is fixed, and we should be back to basketball momentarily. And a good advantage, Jake, for a free timeout for both teams, especially for Jay-Woo, because they needed to calm things down. They were looking for a big defensive stop here, down by 11. Pennefather kicks it out. Bonvasudo fakes a three, now takes it. Stern of the iron. And it goes back to Jay-Woo. Quickly on the run. Down low. Paint shot. Lovett. She banks it in. 9 points for Lovett. And Jay-Woo back to a single-digit deficit for the Wildcats. Bonvasudo. Now Pennefather finds Kolsar. Back for Bonvasudo into the corner. Thomas blocked on the way by Britt. And that might be 3 attempts at the line coming up for Catherine Thomas.
It is. Yep.
Britt. Her second foul. As Liliana Spire will enter back in. Kolsar leaves the game. And something that is unheard of. Catherine Thomas, we mentioned, finishing their victory against Penn State Beaver with 46 points. And that was a blowout against the top program in the PSUAC this season. They went undefeated in conference play, and Christendom pulling off the huge upset. As Thomas connects on all three. And ball rolling out of bounds. It's going to stay with J-Will. Love it. Back for Durant. Now back for Lovett. Inside, floater. Foul of the rim, rebound grab by Pennefather. Pennefather. Let's look at the hustle down low, pass instead. Thomas pulls up for three. Won't go. Gets her own rebound. Jumper in! Catherine Thomas. What a rebound after missing the three. Durant at the key. Step back three. Short, doesn't even hit the rim for Blankney. And that's an error ball, and the Crusader faithful letting J-Woo know. And a full timeout, a much-needed timeout for Jill Dunn. With the Crusaders on a 5-0 run at the moment. As we close out, almost heading to the fourth in the final matchup of the USCAA Small College National Championships. Our day started with the Apprentice Builders defeating the Lion Fighting Scots in the D1 Men's Championship 73-68. And then we moved on to the D1 Women's Championship after the conclusion of that one, with Lion losing on the women's side to Salem University in West Virginia. Their first USCAA title, 77-59, was the final there. Then Jake, the thriller that you and Tyler had, as Penn State Wilkes-Barre was able to defend their title, defeating Cincinnati Claremont in a nail-biter all the way, 83-79.
Yeah, that was a really fun game to watch. I thought for a moment that it would be heading into overtime, and Penn State Wilkes-Barre just able to get the edge there towards the end once things unraveled for Cincinnati Claremont. But, Wilkes-Barre coming in as the 10 seed, dethroning the 1 seed. Just goes to show you that seeding doesn't mean everything. If you get hot at the right moment, that's really what matters in a tournament.
Not to mention they were the underdogs as the defending champions.
As the defending champs, right. I mean, defending champs and you're the 10 seed, that is a little odd, but they proved that they were much better than a 10 seed, that's for sure.
Ball is loose. And for J-Woo, the full court press works there. Jill Dunn was saying that is our ball, and indeed it is. J-Woo gets a turnover off the full timeout that was called by Jill Dunn. Popping a three, Blakeney! It is short as they tried to send it back in, but it goes right to the girls in blue as Daniels tried to save it. Pennefather finds Thomas low, she gets it! 8 for Thomas. 7-0 run for the Crusaders. There's Durant. Now Lovett. It's a pick from Britt. Lovett inside. Gets it on the angle. Lovett with pressure in her face. Gets it down. She gets the double digits. That breaks the 7-0 run. J-Woo down by 14. Bonvasudo bounce past Pennefather. Says the full court press is going to have to be in order for the rest of the game for J-Woo. Pennefather to the foul line. Keller. Loose ball. Pennefather picks it back up. 10 to shoot. Thomas, short corner. Jumper in. Thomas coming alive in the second half. She has 10 points. 16-point lead for the Crusaders. Down low, Daniels has that swatted away. Ball is loose, trying to pick it back up. She does. Durant down low for Britt. She picks it up. Nothing on the board, and the rebound goes right to Keller. Handing it off right away to Pennefather. And the Crusaders, Jake, having a regular season record of only losing 5 games in a season, they knew that they had a team to come here to win the championship. They're putting on a show here as they turn it over. Jay-Woo, but it goes right back and a kick. It was off the foot of Blankney.
Yeah, those 5 teams they lost to must be 5 pretty solid teams because, boy, is Christendom good. I mean, both of these teams are, obviously. They've made it to this point, but wow, Christendom, to be up 16 points against a Johnson & Wales team that is also really solid. I mean, led by head coach Jill Dunn, who you mentioned her accolades not too long ago. She has great coaching experience, so yeah, just got to pat yourself on the back if you're Christendom for what you've shown so far.
The Crusaders also winning their conference championship, winning the ESAC. Their losses on the season were against Bryn Athyn, a D3 school, then Howard Community College, an NJCAA school, and then Washington Adventist, an NAIA school. And how about this, Jake? They also lost to Penn State Beaver in a big way in the regular season, 33-55, and then going on to defeat them in the second round, and then they lost to Washington Adventist again. And not to mention, Jake, the Crusaders are also looking for revenge on Jay-Woo. They have met 3 times in their history.
Yep.
First time was in 2019, and then they met the next 2 years in 16 and 17, and the Wildcats won all of those games, and by big margins as well, 69-22 in 2015, as that shot is missed, and the rebound goes to the Crusaders, 81-52 in 2016, and 82-32 in 2017, and the Crusaders are 10 minutes away from defeating the Wildcats for the first time ever and winning their first ever USCAA championship in school history. A 16-point lead for the Crusaders over the Wildcats as we're on to the fourth for the final 10 minutes of the USCAA Small College National Championship. We'll be back on the USCAA Network. Ten minutes to decide our final champion here at the VSU Multipurpose Center. Johnson & Wales down by 16 to the Christendom Crusaders. Inside block out of the gate, a foul that goes against Keller, her second. And Johnson & Wales heading to the line. They'll get Blankney there. 14 points, leading the Wildcats. And the N1's in. 3 quick points for Blankney. And the lead is cut to 13. Keller sends it back. Bonvisudo, now Pennefather. Bonvisudo, she was open. Sends it to the corner. Thomas. Bonvisudo for Thomas. 15 to shoot. Takes the 3. Short. And the defensive rebound grabbed by Jay-Woo. Jay-Woo looking to get things going, trying to claw their way back into this game. Lovett's shot won't go, but they get the offensive rebound. As there's a fight for it on the floor and a whistle as Amy goes hard with Pennefather. And the foul's going to go against Evans. That's her third as Jay-Woo cannot cash in with the offensive rebound after the missed shot. Pennefather. Bombasudo. Keller. Jumper. Rolls out. Another defensive rebound for Jay Wu. Long pass up ahead, picked off. Pennefather. Being like a corner, they're taking it the other way for the pick 2. And Pennefather has 14. First points of the half for the Crusaders. Long 2. Short for Evans. Rebound went to Keller. The Crusaders looking to use the clock now. Bombasudo. 12 to shoot. Now Thomas. Medium range. Turning around and getting it down. Keller. She has 20. And Keller with a double-double. 20 points and 11 rebounds. A terrific performance for the junior. Ball is on the ground. It's pitched right back up by Pennefather. Pennefather racing on down, and Lovett fouls. Second foul for Jay Wu. And Jay Wu having to start using their fouls. Pennefather. Finds Thomas. Quick shot in. Catherine Thomas with a dozen. And the lead is 19. Jill Dunn takes a timeout. The Crusaders perhaps starting to feel it now, but they do need to finish the job. Jay Wu down by 19. Jill Dunn talking things over with her ladies now. And the same for Mary Minnick. And the Crusaders, if there was lines for this, Jake, I would imagine that since Jay Wu, they already have experience playing in this tournament so many times, I would imagine that they would have came in as the favorites if the bookies were covering this game. But Christendom with a phenomenal performance too, and looking for an underdog champion as well with D2. We talked about Wilkes-Barre winning the D2 men's championship as the 10 seed, and the Crusaders looking to win it as the 7 seed. Christendom College, a Catholic university. It's been around since the 70s. Looking for their first USCAA title. They're under 8 minutes to doing so. Down low, and there's a good start on the attempted comeback for Jay Wu. Daniels with 9. They still have a long way to go. Jay Wu needs the ball back in a hurry, and they got to get shots penciled in. Bombasudo. Now Pennefather. Crusaders using clock. Bombasudo thought about pulling up. Keller drives down. Keller fouled. Dia Bowden, the freshman, in for Jay Wu. And Keller back to the line, leading the Crusaders in points. She has 21. Keller now 5 of 6 at the line. Looking to make it a 19-point advantage again for the ladies in blue, and she does. 22 points for Keller. Love it. At the box, kicking it out. Love it. They need this. They can't get it. Love it misses. Offensive rebound popped into the air. It goes out back to the Crusaders. Missed shots down the stretch for Jay Wu. And a big difference is, Jake, they've only had 3 threes on 14 attempts.
Yeah, and shooting overall hasn't been great for this team. 19 of 57 right now. They got 19 of 58. Just a little under 33%. Meanwhile, Christendom shooting a tick over 45.
And that's the main difference. Thomas missing there. Big defensive rebound. on the run for Lovett. Lovett has it back. Drives to the baseline. Floater. Pops out. Rebound for Thomas. Christendom will look to wind this clock down, and there really is nothing Jay-Woo can do except they only have one more foul to give. Thomas, long two. Yes, ma'am. Thomas with 14. And the Crusaders and their faithful are maybe starting to feel it now. Under 6 minutes remaining. It's almost miracle time for Jay-Woo. Loose ball. Evans looking for it. And it goes back to the Crusaders. The jump ball, the arrow to the ladies in blue. Thomas with the inbound. Blankney checking in for Jay-Woo. Top scorer for Johnson and Wales back out there. Bonvisuto. Jay-Woo with only a foul to give. Pennefather. 17 to shoot. Thomas. Short corner. A little too far. Offensive rebound. Bell of the iron and a whistle. Pennefather called for her second foul. And Jake, I think it's pretty much safe to say if Jay-Woo wants any chance of getting back into this game, they need a shot on this offensive possession.
I agree. Yeah, you're approaching the 5-minute mark and trailing by, 21 points now. So, yeah, something's got to give, and this possession could really be the fuel that leads to more scoring if they can convert.
And they're going to try a three, and it's short for Durant. Rebound grab by Pennefather. See what Jay-Woo decides to do with their last foul to give. Past the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Pennefather almost lost it. Keller back for Pennefather. Short corner. Off for Thomas. But they get the offensive rebound. And they reset. They got 15 seconds to shoot. Pennefather gets a pick. Bonvisuto, 8 to shoot. We're going to drive inside, sending out for Thomas instead, as that was short blocked on the way. Pennefather with the offensive board as it hit the side of the board. Back for Jay-Woo. Lovett driving inside. Can't get it through. She was looking for the N1-2 as Thomas was looking for it back, but it rolls out of bounds. And Johnson and Wales inbounding at the baseline. Long two. Through. Tapley, she has 6. Now a 19-point advantage for the Crusaders. And a whistle, and that was the last foul to give for Jay-Woo. Foul for Durant. That's her second.
I would say another thing in this game is how Christendom's defense has made Johnson and Wales very uncomfortable with their shots. I mean, you see a lot of air balls from Johnson and Wales today and just kind of like contorting their body when they're shooting it. You can just tell that they're not comfortable. So credit to the Crusaders' defense. As great as our offense has been, defense has been right there as well.
Pennefather, 16 points after making that shot to get 68 on the board. Bounce pass. At the key. 3 on the way. Love it. Wide right. Offensive rebound for Jay-Woo. The ball was loose. Goes back to the Crusaders. Lost by Tapley. And the Crusaders faithful. I think it's almost safe to say that they're feeling it now. This school being in existence since 1977. But a big turnover, and Jay-Woo gets that down. And they almost had it back. And a timeout is called. And this is probably the last chance for Jill Dunn. Christendom College and University was established on September 14th, 1977, was their first year. And they are a USCAA school. They do compete in the Eastern States Athletic Conference. And they do not have a USCAA championship, but they do have some championships in rugby, winning the National Small College Rugby Organization National Championships in 2017. That was their first year of competition. And they also won the National Collegiate Rugby Cohen Cup in 2021. But they still have no USCAA championships. But that may be changing in the final 321 of this championship match. And a foul as Bonvisuto was trying to get it in. Bonvisuto will hustle down coast to coast. Crusaders in the bonus. The junior, Regina Bonvisuto, hailing from Kingston Springs, Tennessee. And she connects on shot one. Blakeney called for the foul. That's her third. One more to the 70 mark. And it's in. 16 points for Bonvisuto. Quickly for Jay-Woo, rolls out, and the rebound grabbed by the Crusaders. Jay-Woo going to the finals as the 5th seed a year ago, losing to UC Claremont. And it seems once again that Jay-Woo is going to fall short. With a whistle, but a travel that goes against Thomas. Jay-Woo still needs a miracle. Durant. Inside, kicks it out. 3. Bounces out for Blakeney. Thomas with the rebound. Jay-Woo desperately looking for it back. And another foul goes against Evans. And that's 4.
I'm really impressed by the defensive rebounding today by Christendom. It seems like after Johnson and Wells misses that first shot, there's always Crusaders underneath the bucket to grab that rebound. And that's one of the big things that has made a difference in this game is their ability to get defensive rebounds right now at 32 compared to Johnson and Wells at 21.
It's going to send Thomas to the line. And Thomas, a good rebound half for her. I believe she only had 2 points in the first half, and she now has 17. Looking for 19. And she connects on free throw attempt number 1.
And these players on this Christendom side have been doing it on both sides. I mean, 3 of them are close to double-doubles. Or 2 of them are, actually, because Miranda Keller already has a double-double with 22 points and 12 rebounds. Catherine Thomas and Mary Pennefather are both very close to 1 as well.
I would imagine we are going to talk to Miranda Keller post-game with a whistle. And another foul that goes against Jay-Woo. That one on Tapley. Oh, they actually give it to Thomas. And Jay-Woo with it back. Kicking it back out. 3 on the way. Yes! And Keller leading the team in points for the first time this season. She has control there. Big 3 for Jay-Woo, but I think it's safe to say, Jake, it may be a little too late with the Crusaders ahead by 20. As Bonfasudo has that block, no foul. And Jay-Woo takes it back quickly. 3-on-1. Lava gets it herself. Jay-Woo making things interesting. They still have a long way to go, though, as that's popped out. They do have it back. It goes out of bounds. Pennefather almost had it back, and Durant with the poke to give it right back. Blankney with the inbound. Curious to see if Mary Menick is going to take a timeout if Jay-Woo can make a shot here. Durant inside. Now at the short corner, kicking it out. Love it. Love it to the paint. Floater, missing. Rebound by Thomas. Jay-Woo wanting the foul, and they get it. The freshman, Jocelyn Turner, coming in for Jay-Woo. Her first time in the game. Bonus time from here on out for Christendom. First shot in. And Pennefather, you and I talked about it, Jake. What a young career for this freshman.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, the Crusaders have a bright future ahead of them with a player like Mary Pennefather, that's for sure. I mean, she's close to a triple-double in this game. 16 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds.
648 points coming into this game. As Turner is called for the offensive foul, as Jay-Woo had a big three on the way. Right to Pennefather. Can the freshman get it in? Not there. Jumper. Rolls around. Fight for the ball. Jay-Woo has it back. Straightaway three. Durant. It's in. Jordan Durant, her first three of the game. Jay-Woo not giving up as Pennefather will race it down. And the Crusaders having the flag that was made famous by the Chicago Cubs.
Yep.
The fly the W flag in order here for the Crusaders faithful. Jumper, Pennefather missing, and Jake, that really made a big difference in this game as the Crusaders had their student section fired up all game.
Well, they did. They were electric right from tip, and you could say that their support has played a large part in these Crusaders doing so well.
That shot in for Jay-Woo, but it's going to be a little too late. A school that's been around since 1977. Durant, she makes it. And it's an 11-point game as Jay-Woo not giving... travel!
Wow.
A travel in the final 19 seconds. Hold on, friends, as Jay-Woo is making this interesting. Thomas gives that up.
I think it's a little too late.
And
but
Durant needs a quick shot, and that's in with 16 seconds to see what Jay-Woo wants to do.
good timeout there.
Yeah, if they want to take a timeout, they are down by 9. They're still in miracle mode, but it's hard to believe, Jay, that this actually was a 20-point lead for the Crusaders at one point, and now it's a 9.
I mean, if you saw nothing but the final score, you would think that it was pretty close throughout most of the game, but Johnson & Wales has just had a fire lit under them these last few moments, just hitting three-pointers, and I think it's too little too late for Johnson & Wales. If they started
They need a miracle. It is still a miracle.
I mean, you're down by 9 right now with only 15 seconds to go. It would take an absolute miracle on this court. And if they would have started this maybe
5 minutes ago, this would have been completely different.
Right. Oh, yeah. If they started doing this like just a few minutes ago, but yeah, just getting hot at the wrong time.
And they almost have it back. And a whistle with a foul called. Thomas called for the foul to give the ball back to Jay-Woo. You know, you just try to think of the quote from one of the greatest catchers to ever play the game of baseball, Yogi Berra, saying, "It ain't over till it's over." As Durant puts up the three, that pops up and into the hands of the Crusaders. And a whistle with 2.1 on the clock.
It's like one last foul.
It goes to Turner. And the Crusaders, they're going to have their title. "47 years into their existence, they have dreamed of this moment for so long." Pennefather nails it in. And for the first time in school history, the Christendom Crusaders have their first USCAA title.
And it ends with a court storming.
What a scene for this college. They win the championship in their home state. A special scene for the Crusaders. After 47 years, they have their first national title. We're going to talk to Mary Minnick briefly, along with Miranda Keller, finishing off the game with a double-double, 22 points, 12 rebounds, and Catherine Thomas also having a double-double as well, 19 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, and Mary Pennefather was really close with 19 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, was really almost touching a triple-double.
As we cap off this tournament with a first-time champion. Virginia, 2 champions, and West Virginia and Pennsylvania. And what a scene for the Crusaders faithful who made the 2.5 drive down. As we're going to have a chance to talk to Miranda Keller and Mary Minnick to discuss their first ever championship in school history. As Miranda Keller is first. Congratulations, Miranda. There you go, my friend.
Hi.
And so Miranda is just, well, how are you guys able to shut JWU down for this game and you guys just really getting those buckets when you needed them?
Yeah, you know, we talked before the game about who are their shooters, who are their drivers. The big point was know who you have, know what she does on the court, and match up. We switch a lot, so we got to know at all times.
Double-double for you. Is just how does it feel, you know, for you and the rest of your teammates to shine in this moment as you guys have your first USCAA title?
It's surreal, you know. I knew we could do it. I had faith the whole time, but, you know, 4 tough games in a row, it catches up with you, and we're all feeling it. So it's great. Great feeling.
Miranda, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
to you
you
on your first ever championship.
Thank you.
And now we are going to bring in Mary Minnick. So, Mary, first USCAA title for your university. How does it feel that you are the ones to bring the championship back to your campus?
It's awesome, honestly. If you look down there right now, we have so many great fans. And it's just been a team effort. The whole school deserves this. This is awesome.
And what do you have to say about the fans that made the 2.5 drive down here to come watch this?
So my husband's the men's coach of the basketball team. And in his senior night speech, he said, "You guys are the greatest fans in the country." And I was like, wait, should you really say that? He's like, no, they really are. And looking there tonight, they really are.
Mary, congratulations. Go down and celebrate with your school. That is Mary Minnick, so happy. Also having their baby as well here. She was holding her baby pregame. And it's just, Jake, wow. You know, it really is special, too, that all the fans definitely getting their money's worth for the Crusaders here.
Yeah, I'll say. They saw one heck of a game by the Crusaders. I mean, they just played amazing. Shot 40.3% from the field. And there's Mary Pennefather heading on for her honors. Has had such a great tournament, well deserved for the freshman.
So that means your 2024 championship MVP.
Pennefather, an MVP, waiting for the MVP. And Thomas named MVP. Thomas finishing with 19 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for her. And a terrific tournament for her, including the 46 points that she put up against Penn State Beaver. As we are going to step aside to bring you the closing ceremonies for the Christendom Crusaders, but Jake, is just wow, what a tournament here at the VSU Multipurpose Center.
Yeah.
Terrific games starting on Sunday and then going all the way here to Wednesday night at 10:04 local time here in Richmond, Virginia. It really was a special tournament, knowing that it's the last time this will be held here in Richmond.
Yeah, just a great facility. And even outside of the play on the court, to be able to talk to the players and coaches and how much their team means to them, how much they're emotionally tied to this game.
And Mary mentioned it there with her really getting emotional.
Like, that's probably been my favorite part of this whole experience. I mean, just talking to them and hearing in their voice, seeing tears in their eyes, and hearing how it affects them personally. And for some of them, having perhaps rough personal lives at one point, not doing mentally well, and to know that they're happy on the court with their closest brothers and sisters truly is a beautiful thing. And it's probably my favorite thing about sports and broadcasting, honestly, is to hear the stories and emotions by the players and coaches. Because sometimes when it comes to sports, we just look at them as athletes. How many points did they get? How many rebounds, assists? Did they get a double-double? But we don't think about their home life, you know, their mom and dad, their loved ones. So to hear that from them is probably my favorite part of this whole experience, really.
And once again, running it down for you for the final time, the results of all of the championships here started with the men's championship, the Apprentice Builders defeating Lyon 73-68, and then Salem University winning the D1 women's title 77-59 over Lyon as well. Penn State Wilkes-Barre repeating as the D2 men's champions 83-79, the final there. And you know, Jake, it just seems like that this one is just so special because all of those schools has had a USCAA title before, but not Christendom.
That's right.
It's just really terrific to see that they are celebrating their first ever USCAA title in their 47-year history.
Yeah, and with all the fan support they have there on the court, I mean, we didn't see that in the 3 games prior. I mean, there was fan support, but nothing like this. I mean, they literally brought a student section from D.C. down here to go and support their players, and you wouldn't think that fan support would play a big role into players' performance, but it really does. You know, when you hit that big shot and you have however many fans are over there, like 40 to 50, when you hear them all cheer your name and support you when you hit a big shot, that really gives you a big morale boost, opposed to not having, you know, many fans, maybe a few scattered here and there, but fan support really plays a large role, and I'd say that really impacted Christendom's play today.
Hey, Jake, I think you could speak for this better for me, you know, since you were here last year. It's just how special is it, you know, to have this championship here throughout these past 3 years as we're going to be signing off for the final time for the national championship being held here at the VSU Multipurpose Center here in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, it's been really special. You know, my first year last year covering it, and I remember stepping in and thinking, oh, wow, this is a really cool experience. You know, as they celebrate right now, their trophy, so taking in the sights and sounds from Christendom raising the trophy. But yeah, it's going to be a bittersweet time leaving Virginia State University. It's a really nice campus, really nice facility. First time stepping in here, I was really impressed by the staff here and how hard working they are. I mean, the people we've worked with have been incredible, from Jeff doing such a good job.
Yeah, Jeff School is our producer, doing a phenomenal job for us all week.
Producing. And, of course, the other broadcaster that's been with us, Ty Polk, he's been amazing. He's broadcasted many games with us throughout the week. The camera operators here. And, I'm going to forget people that I can't name everybody that's done such a great job to make this possible. But, yeah, I'd say, the staff here and the facility, how they treat you like family, those are some of the biggest things that keeps me coming back. And, of course, my favorite part is seeing this kind of stuff you're seeing on the court right now.
And what a beautiful sight to see as the USCAA National Championships will be on the court for the final time here at the VSU Multipurpose Center. And again, we want to thank everybody at Virginia State University for the past 3 years, from the entirety of the USCAA, from BJ and Jared, all the way down to everybody who makes this event possible. We want to thank you for being such a fantastic host these past 3 years. But it's going to be exciting, Jake, as we move up to the frozen tundra of Buffalo, New York next year. Well, hopefully, I don't know. You just never know at Buffalo by March this time next year. You just never know.
You really don't know. So hopefully it's not a frozen tundra when we go up. I know it's a common phenomenon that Buffalo is perceived as frozen tundra. And in the winter, it pretty much is. But hopefully next year, around this time, about a year from now, we aren't too freezing, because we've been fortunate to have really good weather here in Petersburg, Virginia. It's been 60s, 70s pretty much throughout the whole week. Probably won't be the case next year, but I'm excited to explore a new facility. I don't even know where it's going to be played yet. I haven't looked too much into it, so I'm interested to see what facility awaits us in the glorious Buffalo, New York, as Kristen Daum is starting to cut away at the net. A little piece to bring back with them to the D.C. area. And right now, Colton is...
Yeah, because we do want to mention, it's something I did mean to do during halftime, looking to see where the, here we are, new site for the USCAA Small College National Championships in March 2025 and 2026. So you mentioned it's going to be heading to Buffalo, New York, and the Buffalo Niagara Sports Commission help organizing the tournaments with Bryan and Stratton, Buffalo, and Villa Marie College, two Buffalo campuses. As Villa Marie
right there, right?
will be one of the
That's
hosts
the stadium.
at the SUNY Erie Community College Burt Flickinger Athletic Center.
It's quite a long name, but...
It's built in 1993 for the World University Games, so that is where we will be at this time next year.
Yep.
Well, my friends, I want to thank you all for tuning in all week long to the 2024 USCAA Small College National Championships. Partner, it was so great to work with you, Jake, and also Tyler Polk as well, and Jeff School is our producer. And from all of us here at the USCAA Network, we want to thank you for watching. As for the championships, Apprentice winning the D1 Men's Championship, Salem winning the D2 Women's Championship, D2 Men's Championship went to Wilkes-Barre, repeating, and the Christendom Crusaders will take home with them the 2024 D2 Women's Championship, their first ever USCAA title in school history. And for everybody, for the USCAA and the USCAA Network, Colton the Bias signing off from the VSU Multipurpose Center in Richmond, Virginia, saying good night. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this tournament all weekend, and we will see you next year in Buffalo, New York.